Hi, we are Team Carefeed and we are very excited to present our solution for reducing cancer in women challenge. Carefeed has been designed to solve one specific problem, that is enabling health professionals such as physicians, patient advocacy groups, public health experts to reach out to their own patient or health consumer populations and to send them tailored messages without having to install or download expensive software. In addition, Carefeed runs across different web browsers, iPhones, iPads, and Windows 8 tablet and supports multiple languages. Let's see how it works. First, I'll show you how the system works for health professionals. Imagine I'm a physician at New World Health Clinic and I want to communicate with my group of patients. I log into Carefeed and as you can see, at high level, I have two major functions to manage my communication and to track my communication. Additionally, Carefeed is also integrated with an electronic health record to import patients' data into the system and also upload patient data via spreadsheets. So let's say I want to create a group of my patients. So I go ahead and click on my groups. What I'll do is I'll create two groups. So first one is for women greater than 35. So I can program it in, so I can say that this group will only target messages for women. I can select gender as female, and this group will only target patients who have this statements in their health profile. Another group I'll create is patients with family history of breast cancer, and for this group what I'll do is I'll import data from the electronic health record, integrated electronic health record. So I can go in, and our system is integrated with an electronic health record platform. So I can do a deep search across patient query. Well, let's say I want to query all patients between 15 to 65 who have an ICD-9 code of family history of breast cancer, right? So let's select this and say find patients. So as you can see, it found 6 patients, and this data is coming from electronic health record. I can do select all and add them to my group which I just created for uh, patients with history of breast cancer. And so now at this point it has imported the data of all these patients into the system. So I can then go ahead and start broadcasting messages to these patients. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll show you a message how the multilingual capabilities of the system. So I'll just go ahead and copy a message about that we are having a free women cancer screening information at our clinic, and please call us to RSVP. So I'll just send this message to all patients to the group that I just created. And I'll just say publish. So it's as easy as that. I can also send a link, I can send a video, and one of the really exciting aspects of this Carefeed is the ability to send surveys. So this allows bi-directional communication. So let's say I want to do a survey on how many patients do you know how to conduct a self-breast examination, right? So I want to send this message, and I can program and the responses myself, and then I can say that I want to send this to women greater than 35, and again I want to send it to everyone. So, and one of the other interesting aspect of this is that I can program the survey to be sent via email, message, or text message, and I can program when I want to send them. I can also send periodic surveys at given time intervals, right? So Carefeed allows all these functionalities. Then I can just say publish for now, and this message is gone to all my groups, patients in the group. Other aspect is that providers are busy, so what we want to do is to have this auto feed function where uh, researchers can program in RSS feed. So this is a PubMed feed that is getting feed data from PubMed on recent articles for a pre-programmed query. So I could, if I find an interesting article, I could always do a publish function where it will just publish this particular article to my group. Right? So it has published it, and it's gone to the patient side. So now let's switch over and see how the system looks from patient perspective. So I can go ahead and invite a set of patients, and if we don't have an email, we can program that email, and when the patient is sitting with me, I can click on invite, and the email message goes to the patient in form of an email which looks like this. So there's an invite message with a link to set the password. So for now I'll just we have set the password, and here what I'll show is that patient is a Spanish speaking patient, so I can just select Spanish, and at this point the whole website changes, the language changes to Spanish. So all the login buttons and everything, it's programmed it to work that way. As you can see here, everything is in Spanish, and this is the patient feed, and I had just pushed that item. I could read here the survey that I had sent, and the message that I had sent. So patient could reply back saying yes, doc, and the message goes into the feed. And similarly, other doctors can post videos which all show up in my feed. I can also bookmark specific, let's say I like this video, so I could bookmark it, and then all these messages show up in my bookmarks. All right, so it provides patient a very nice way to look at their, and the health record that I had pulled for this patient is sitting here from the EHR that it was queried, and I can go in and see what all it has queried, what it has got. So everything is maintained here. Patients could add their own statements here, so it's very extensible in that perspective. And we also have a mobile app that runs on the similar platform, but it is formatted for mobile. So here again I selected Spanish, and then I'll just log in. It's a mobile friendly interface, and everything is rendered in a mobile friendly way here. So all the survey, the responses, I could it's the same interface. So I could link likes from here also. So this is the patient side. Now let's say patient added all this information. We can go back to the provider side, and I can now track. So some of the things that providers can see their feed, they can see their organization feed. So, and this could also include different groups such as non-profits. They are working together with a clinic. All their profiles, publishers will show up here, and all their messages will show up in this one specific feed. Finally, and this is the very interesting aspect, is now you could see what is happening with the messages that you pushed. You can see how many messages you sent, how many times they were viewed, how many thanks you received, and additionally the survey responses, how many responses you received. So it really allows you to deeply monitor and engage your patients. So we are very excited about this solution, and we think Carefeed, it combines several processes and technical innovations, and brings real physicians and patients together, and it allows multimedia information sharing that runs through web, mobile, and we really look forward to getting the feedback.